Hi guys, welcome. It's Search at Everhart GCA here, um, and today I'm going to be answering some of the web's most searched for questions about me. Now, what inspired me to do this is I was sitting there watching some YouTube because it's what we do these days. We watch YouTube and check out all of our platforms that we're on, and some of the questions are, what platforms am I on? Well, I'm on a number of them. I'm on everything from Facebook, where I have three separate pages. I don't have an actual profile, just pages, okay? I am on Twitter, I am on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, which is just about completely filled up. There's a few spots left to cap the 30,000 mark. And let's see what else. I'm YouTube. um, I'm all over. So some of these questions, they're really hilarious, and some of them are actually really sad. So I'm going to kind of start out with some of the most, basic, and then from there work my way into some of the deeper ones. So stay tuned, because it's just gonna get great. Okay, this is fantastic. I didn't even know that these questions were being asked and searched for about me, but now that I know, it's time to answer. And I am honest. So, where am I from? Well, I'm from New York. Where am I now? I'm in New York. I've lived all over the place because that's one of the questions. Where have I lived? I've lived in New York. I've lived in Pennsylvania for a brief period. Let's see, I've lived in Florida. I've lived in California, and I've lived in Mexico. I've traveled to, U.S., Canada, and Mexico. So everywhere else, I'll get there eventually. you know, some of the top places on my list would happen to be Italy, obviously, because that's where my some of my most, I was going to say a bad word. um, some of the greatest gifts I've ever received in life are the diplomas that I've received within this last year of 2019. Oh yeah, sorry, lifting up my new huge crystal rosary. So Italy, obviously, being made, cultural icon, winning the Grand Cross Award, and, I'd say the UK. There are a lot of other places throughout the world that I have yet to visit. I'm asked to go constantly. It's been 13 years now that I've been in, entertainment and, famous, even at the short level that I'm on. you know? So I get asked a lot, to travel to different places, come to various lodges. Am I a Freemason? Yes, I am. I currently have yet to pay my dues and make myself current. But one of the awards that I'd received was being the ambassador of goodwill for the United States, and the ambassador of friendship with Italy. So that's, hence Italy. The UK, I have a number of friends that are in the UK, which some will be in here later. And, Scotland and Ireland. Africa, I have been asked for years to go to Africa and various locations in, Malawi being the most asked for. Um, Really, it's so many places all over the world that I get asked to go to and, visit various lodges, and come and get involved with this, that, and the other that's going on there. And, I'm still young, so give it time. And so, another one of these, that I think is really great is, what do I look like now? Well, here I am. Can you see what I look like? um, when was I born? What is my birthday? And what is my zodiac sign? How old am I? Okay, said I am honest. I should lie on this one, and a few other spots here I should lie, because they're just great questions, okay? Um, I was born Friday the 13th of May in 1977, so as of today, I am still currently 42 years old. Do not feel 42 at all. I still feel like I'm just a better part of my late teens, early 20s. I still feel very young. And I am very young. Bite your tongue. So, being born Friday, May 13th, 1977, what is my zodiac sign? I am a Taurus. And I laugh because, I don't think every detail of your astrological signs, correlate and correspond and relate and are dead on. But in a lot of ways, I am very much so a bull. Except for when it comes to the traveling and so on, I step out of the box, as much as I can in life, in all areas. So, like I said, I am in Freemason. I have received, some titles in life through Freemasonry. Thank you very much, which has yet to be acknowledged by anyone, in California, where I'm from, be it my lodge or, on up to the Grand Lodge. Won't even say anything. Whatever. So, am I in Illuminati? Am I a member of the Illuminati? No, I'm not. Now, if that really is a real thing and it's not just something of our past, then sure, I would love to be, a member of the Illuminati. I don't buy into a lot of this crap. I've been asked probably a good 400 times now on various platforms, most of which being on Instagram. Um, sorry, I get asked a lot, if I'd like to be or have I ever heard of, and then they'll go in asking, like, who are you? What do you do? And I'm like, if you don't know who I am, here you go. That's the New Yorker in me, you know? What do I like to eat? Well, I like to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and grains and so on. Basically borderline vegan, which I have been for over a decade. I eat very little meat at all. Occasionally I'll have a burger or a hot dog or something, depends on what's going on. I am an American. I do love my Texas dogs, Texas wieners, and I still like to put sausage in my lasagna, and I do make a killer lasagna. I like to cook. I love to cook. I mean, I was raised in a restaurant slash bar here in New York, owned by my grandmother. Sorry. So I do like to cook. I like to eat a lot of vegan style foods. Whether anyone likes it or not, I'm sorry. Um, so there you go. What are my medical abbreviations? With that, and thank you for a lot of you remembering some of these things about me throughout my whole career here. Before I got into entertainment, and I'll give you more on that later, I was going to school in California to get into mortuary. So I did all the, pre-med classes. and I was going to, veer off like you do, either to go into dentistry or to be a brain surgeon, heart surgeon, whatever, right? Mine would have been in mortuary. But I did not finish my last 2 years of school, which was, the legalities of it all and your internship. Um, sorry, my throat. I'm in New York. I do have the heat on. Go figure. Um, so I never actually finished doing the mortuary program, and I was a student in Cyprus. Thank God for entertainment, though, really, because at the time I had also started, entering into doing things in entertainment, and it turned out to be really, really scary for me. With having people, I found out you don't have to be an A-list to be stalked, and it ruined a lot for me. So, am I a Republican or a Democrat? Well, there's more than just those two. I have always been registered as Peace Party since becoming, a registered voter. Um, I got registered in San Diego, which I had lived in New York years before that I could have been, a registered voter. I just never was. Okay, so I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. And I think the law in that really needs to change. We should not have to change our affiliation to vote for whoever. Okay? Um, I'm a peace party. I'm peace party. And the reason why is because I'm all about world peace. Now, whether you think that's a joke and you want to laugh at me, because a lot of people do, whatever. So, um, some of the others, what's my address? And what's my phone number? Seriously? No. Am I a dancer? Well, if you've seen the video that I was in for Loverboy, I don't know if you'd want to call it, but yes, I grew up as an entertainer from my early childhood, doing, various plays in chorus, in band, um, and for my family, I was made to dance and paid for, So these people paid me all throughout my childhood to dance and do these little stripteases kind of deal. So think of it what you will, whatever, but it kind of, led me into who and what I am, Well, do I do drugs and am I an alcoholic? As you know, or if you don't, um, I am currently sober. I grew up drinking and using drugs. Um, and I've dealt with that my entire life. I am currently sober. Um, I haven't done anything in quite some time. I haven't even smoked pot in quite some time, of which, I could really benefit from. So, I'm still open to food things. I'm still open to having a drink here and there, but I don't even really drink anymore. And what got me to stop drinking, other than the medications, and that was when I was 24. When I was 24, I got liver damage, stomach damage, and internal bleeding. And I had to take the medications, DT medications, and I still drink with them. I was drinking, a good bottle, plus a lot of beer, every single day with those medications. I don't recommend that to anybody. I don't recommend any alcohol or, drugs or anything to anyone. I do recommend weed to people. I think a lot of people, really, to be honest, to be sarcastic and the New Yorker that I am and just blunt, I think everyone should smoke weed. I mean, it's so medicinal and it helps in so many different ways. And even with Alzheimer's and dementia and, your mobility and all kinds of things. I mean, smoking weed is great. I even invest in weed. Um, Am I in realty? No, I'm not. But I am about to, start getting into, within the next year, getting into real estate investments. Because I do have, investments that I've been dealing with since 2010. So 9 years, just about 10 years of, dealing with the stock market. I have various stocks. I like to keep my portfolio diversified. Um, some of them aren't doing so well, whatever. I'm not into the whole flip them, trade them off as quickly as you can. I'm into the whole buy and hold aspect of them all. The one that I've held the longest is having stock within Disney, um, which I got, I was a cast member of Disney back in 2010. I was a travel agent for Disney, at that time. um, do I have a son or do I have a daughter? No, I do not. I do not have any children. Am I in Texas or Florida or Ohio, Montana, Pennsylvania? There's the whole list of all these places that am I currently in? No, I'm not. Currently, I am in New York here, where I grew up. Um, I've been to those places many, many, many a times, and I'm sure I'll do it again. Right now, I do have a little bit of extra special. My heart goes out to Texas. More on that later. And not so much more on that later. um, let's see. Am I in Iron Man or Iron Man 2, Fortnite or Friends? The list goes on with all kinds of things. Am I in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I grew up watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I know the whole theme song, like we all do, from start to finish. And that was probably one of the first things that I started to see, that I was listed as being in. I'm not. Sorry. And another one here, how is it written? Is my being in Harry Potter fan fiction. That blew me away. Alright, for a couple reasons. Fan fiction. I mean, that just sounds like, oh my god, thank you so much. But also, I want to say that, when my nephew, because I do have a niece and nephew, when my nephew, who's the oldest, when he was little, huge Harry Potter fan. He was Harry Potter, as all little kids are, and he referred to me as Professor Dumbledore, and, that means so much to me. So, is it fan fiction? Sorry, like I forgot the word. How can I forget? Yeah, I wish. And if they're going to do another Harry Potter, oh baby, I'm so all about it. I would love to be in Harry Potter. I'm flipping all around here. Let's see. Would I ever get involved in an animal shelter, veterinary hospital, or even a funeral home? Yeah, I really would. Take your pick, all of them. Run it up. I will do all of it. I'm not a person that likes to limit myself. I like to do anything and everything I want. So my attitude growing up was, if you're going to aim as high as you can, and why should you be limited to doing or being just one thing in life? You should do anything and everything you want, and you shouldn't just put yourself in a box. Which most people work themselves into a box. That's not really my trip, Let's see. uh, my medical abbreviation.